Welcome back to another episode of the Finprov podcast. I'm your host, as always, Finton Delicious Aloysius Smith, the man chiseled from stone, B-A-D-D. Bad to the bone. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. If it's your first time, welcome home. Your new home, the Finprov podcast. Highly recommend you go back from the start, listen to them all. You'll watch them get better every week. And if you're a returning guest, hello and welcome back as always. And if you don't mind, if you do enjoy the show, if you wouldn't mind showing a little bit of love and a little bit of support, because listening is one thing, it's the biggest thing, but there's a few little things you could do as well, which really help me out. Those include, if you're a YouTube watcher, if you could leave a like, a comment. More importantly, if you could hit that subscribe button. If you're an audio-based consumer, if you wouldn't mind leaving a rating and a review on the big two, Spotify and Apple, or whatever other platform you use. I'm sure there's something there that you can hit the follow, you can hit a notification, you can do something. Something little. It takes 1 second of your time, but it makes my day. And look, if you've got some deep pockets, if your heart's not the only deep thing, if you wouldn't mind, just shout me a coffee over at buymeacoffee.com/FintonSmith. The links are everywhere. It's on all the episode descriptions. It's on the YouTube. It's impossible to miss at this point, honestly. If you don't mind showing a little bit of love, it is $5. You buy me $5. You can spend more than that if you want. I'm not going to stop you, but that's, keeps the lights on around here, because if you watch a few episodes, you'll notice it's getting dimmer every week. Also, Linktree through my Instagram, that's there, and it also has a contact form if you want to be involved in the show, because I'm actually thinking, look, the biggest segment of the show is actually the riddle segment, right? That seems to be the biggest show, the biggest that definitely gets the most traction. People seem to enjoy it the most. One of them is nearly at 200,000 views, for God's sake. I've got like 250,000 views in the riddle segments. For me, I think it's funny, but people apparently really love riddles. So look, I'm thinking, let's run with this. Let's not question it. That's one of my weaknesses. I always question everything. Let's not question this, right? So with the riddles, if you want to be involved, I'm thinking, George has done great. She's got the mantle of the queen of the riddles, right? And that's obviously for her performance, but not the results. Because as we know, not one of her... She got lots of strengths. It's not one of them. But she gives us some fun, I think. Look, I'm thinking of opening it up to the crowd, Sort of like the chase, I'm thinking we open it up to the crowd. If you think you've got what it takes to go through the 3 stages of hell, fill out the contact form. Spit some game and I'll tell you if you're playing. But look, I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Now, I can't sit here talking about riddles, poking fun at my lady friend, and I'm not game enough to sit here and go, this is why I'm adjudicating. So look, what I'm pulling out right now is some riddles. And of course, the naysayers are going to be like, oh, you've read the answers. No, I read most of them, not all of them. So, idiot. I'm thinking, let me prove, hey, I want people to play this. Let me show you why I'm the best, right? I haven't, I don't know these. I don't read these. I'm going to use another piece of paper to hide the answers. So, you're going to have to trust me on this one. But look, start your free trial. No. Okay, I did read that one. I already read that one. Okay. I don't know this one. Okay? Let's see how it goes, right? Yeah. Always poking fun at her. Let's see what the man's got. All right, riddle number 1. Get your ears ready. What is it that no one wants, but no one wants to leave? See, I think that's the bonus of her. George is really good at, she's not good at getting the answer right, but she's so good at just dynamite. The sun. Secret. Passion. Virginity. She just says like the first thing that comes to her head, because she sort of sits there. She would have heard, what is it that no one wants? And then her brain shuts off, and then she'll go, herpes. HIV. To be murdered. Like, she'll just say the first thing that comes to her head, and that's it. Okay. I didn't really think this through. What is it that no one wants, but no one wants to lose? What is it that no one wants, but... I should have given some softballs. What is it that no one wants, but no one wants to lose? Okay. Might have to phone a friend on this one. What is it that no one wants, but no one wants to lose. Okay. No. Pit check, not sweating. Okay. Okay. No. The answer was a lawsuit. Wouldn't have got that one. Jesus Christ. I looked up 40 tough riddles with answers. I think a really hard riddles. I shouldn't have. I got cocky. Okay, that's alright. One down. I still got 2 more to go. The more there is, the less you see. What am I? Darkness. Yeah, okay, that's an easy one. I'm pretty sure I already given that to her. We won't cut that one. Alright, what do 8... Okay, sorry. Riddle number 2. I'm getting nervous. Maybe I'm starting to feel bad. I don't know. Alright, riddle number 2. What do 8 eighths add up to... What? Sorry? Getting real psyched up. Number 2. How do 8 eighths add up to 1,000? How do 8 eighths add up to 1,000? Okay. 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 How do 8 eighths add up to 1? 8 eighths add up to 1,000. Is the answer they don't? That's shit. That's just a that was a bit shit. It's 888 plus 88 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. That's shit. Okay, number 3. All right. Okay, I saw that one. All right. No. Oh, sorry. I'm getting flustered here. All right, last one. Okay, I can get this. 1 out of 3 is still good. Riddle number 3. A barrel of water weighed 60 pounds. Someone put something in it, and now it weighs 40 pounds. What did the person add? I'm going to say holes. Answer was a hole. That's why I'm the riddle meister. You know, sure, I could have got 3 out of 3, but where's the fun in that? I think 1 out of 3, 33%. You know what they say. Third time's the charm. And for God's sakes, I'm Irish, so... I think that proved my worth. Now it's time for you to prove your worth. And I'm thinking, we won't do that. I'm the boss, right? So that's 3 really hard riddles. I'm thinking we do it a 3 stages of hell sort of thing. We do an easy one, we do a medium one, and then we do a hard one. You get all 3, you get the really hard one. You get all 4, there may be something in it. And that thing that may be in it for you, is it being aired? I'll come out and buy you my whole thing is buy me a coffee, I'll buy you a coffee. How about that? if you can answer all 4. So fill out the contact form on my link tree. But look, sorry, Georgia. I feel a little bit bad now. I did all right. You just shouldn't be too hard on yourself. I don't think that's something we're bad with society. You've got to be a positive reinforcement. And look, something that is positive, but there's also been a lot of negatives. And that is, of course, my upcoming Finprov European tour. I know. It must be nice. And let me tell you, it is. But it's also not nice for my bank account. Because as you know, this show... not a lot of coffees have been bought. So, there's that. But I'm going on the European tour, right, soon. Actually, this gets released on a Wednesday, and on the following Monday, I'll be at the airport, baby. Sydney Airport, on my way to Ireland, with a quick pit stop. I'm going to be in Ireland for 3 weeks, right? But with a little pit stop to Spain. Yeah? Talking about Matadors and the Spaniards, that's where I'm going to be in Barcelona. I'm actually going to be in Valencia. You're going to see my little Spaniard friend, Carlos. He's a nice guy. I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous, though. I don't know what to do, It's like, that's one of those things. I haven't seen the bloke for, 3 years, and it's like, last time we saw each other, we were both in America shitting ourselves because we'd never been there. Now I'm going to be seeing him in Spain. A little nervous, not going to lie. And then I'm thinking, do I bring him a shirt, right? And I was thinking, do I bring him a Finprov shirt? Because I've got a couple spare. Because no one wanted them. That's all right. I've got a few spare, right? And then I'm thinking, I could bring it. But we're looking at bloody seats, right? And I'm going with my sister to the Spain, or the family to Ireland to Spain thing, Sister, aka, bloody manager. Not really. No, just sister. But anyway, airports, airplanes, air services, I've had it up to here with you. I'm sick of it. I thought COVID was meant to be the great thing to go, oh, look, we're charging so friggin' much for our services. You know, we haven't had flights for a couple years. They undercut everything, right? They made the prices all low to get people back on the sky. And guess what now? Only a year later, they're all back up to the bloody moon. I'm sorry, I forgot that Elon Musk was running friggin' Singapore Airlines up to the moon. That's where they're going, apparently, these prices. Astronomical. For God's sakes, to bring on this trip to Spain, it's like a 3-hour flight from Dublin, right? It's going to be $50+ $50 to bring more than a little 40-centimeter backpack. Like $50. $50 minimum to bring more than a backpack about yay big. I mean, Jesus Christ. What are we doing here, people? I can't bring a shirt for my friend, because I'm not even going to be able to bring a shirt for me. I'm going to be wearing the same. How the hell am I going to advertise the podcast in Spain? How am I going to get the sun, the shine, the wine? How am I going to get the Spaniards? How am I going to infest them? They gave us the Spanish flu all those years ago. How am I going to get them back by giving them the Australian Finprov strain of comedy? How am I going to do that if I can't even bring the merchandise because I won't even be able to wear my own clothes? For God's sakes, I'm going to be wearing the Borat mankini the whole time I'm there. Going to do a stop off in Ibiza. They're not going to let me in anywhere. And I hear they're pretty loose over there. And I'm still going to get barred. I'm not going to be able to bring a pair of shoes, for God's sakes. I'm really going to have to do it like those, I'm going to have to do this thing where I wear 37 pairs of clothes on the plane. Just sweat through my body, sweat through all my clothes, then go there. I think that's the actual ultimate I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to wear 3 pairs of shoes whilst on the flight. It's ridiculous. More ridiculous is the flights, right? The flights. I'm on like 6 flights, here and back, right? Oh my goodness. I was under the impression that when you fly, if you're just flying economy standard seat, you're not looking for extra leg room or extra leg room, aka sitting in the emergency aisle or like right at the front where they got the divider, and then that would suck. Why would you pay, bro, those seats are like $200 extra, right? To sit there and just face the wall, and then they got TV in the wall, so it's even more, it's just, you get like maybe 6 inches extra leg room, right? For $200, and you're at the divider of the classes. You're going to spend an 18-hour flight looking through a thin curtain, seeing first class and business class live the high life, while you're here eating your goddamn airplane curry, sitting next to the shitter, still sitting next to 4 people, and knowing you paid $200 to be there. If you had to just shell out an extra grand, you'd be sitting up there. No thank you very much. But I was under the impression that if you were just choosing a standard seat, that was on the house. Guess what? It's not. It's minimum $20 to just choose a standard seat. That could mean you're right at the back of the plane in the middle aisle. You got the worst seat in the house. You are next to the shitter. You're smelling them. When they're doing the Mile High Club, you're sitting there throwing up. You're hearing, and your stomach's doing the same thing. You could have paid $20 to sit there. You've already paid $1,500 to be on the goddamn flight. Extra $20 you want to designate your seat. Oh, and guess what? That's for every single flight. Oh, and the prices go up. $30 you want to choose a seat? Basically $200 extra just to choose to sit in the worst seat in the plane. Otherwise you get there and you just don't have a designated seat. Why on earth would you spend an extra $20 to designate a seat when you could just show up and get a seat for free because it's going to be the same seat? This will only backfire on me if I get stuck in the middle seat for an 18-hour flight. Then it will backfire on me. And then I'll go, maybe I shouldn't have been so tight. Standard seating. When the hell did standard seating become paid seating? That's a true mystery for me, and I'm goddamn sick of it. I've had it up to here. No bueno. No bueno. Something else that, it sort of got me thinking, maybe I should just run away. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm at the airport, I just run away, and I just take a seat. And then I was thinking, running away as a kid used to be one of my favourite pastimes. It used to be the best. And it's actually sad nowadays, kids don't do it. Kids don't. Oh, you know, when I was at camp, I was telling them, "Go on, run away. Here, I've already packed your stuff for you. Go, skedaddle. Here's your meds. Don't forget. Don't forget to take them. I was told you need them. But go on, skedaddle. Get out of here." They didn't know what to do. They're like, "Oh, why would I go? I've got my phone. I've got games. I've got candy. I've got mummy and daddy's money. Why would I run away?" Oh, they don't know. They don't know how fun it was. I was telling them, "Go. It's fun. I'll run away with you. Not together, obviously. I don't want it to be weird. But you run left. I'll run right." None of them did it. Bloody shame. When I was a kid, I used to always. It was like a weekly ritual. I've had it up to here, guys. Alright. I've told you once. I've told you 1,000 times. I'm not going to eat the green beans. Okay? I tried. I didn't like it. Broccoli. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want it. I'm not going to eat it. You can't make me. Okay? Don't take away my Legos. Okay? That's not fair. Alright? Hey, I played football today. Where's my goddamn meat pie? I've had it up to here, okay? I'm not going to the naughty corner. I'm actually going to the street. I'm out of here. I've packed up my things and I am leaving, okay? Just say goodbye to the back of me. Take a photo, because it's the last you're going to see for me, right? And then when I'm 18, I'm going to come back and I'm going to bring the police and say, "You've abandoned me," okay? Then I'm going to take your money, alright? Bye-bye. You know. That was a weekly tradition. They just go, "All right, skedaddle. Get out of here. I've opened the door for you. Don't think you're coming back because I took away the spare key." And of course, you know, you'd make it to the front. You'd take about 4 steps outside of the front of the house. You sort of take that look back. You go, "Huh, all right, I'm on my own. I'm a big kid." Shit. I only packed 3 packs of chips. I mean, that'll last me a month, but after that... Shit. Oh, I guess it would be pretty fucked up losing a kid like that. If I go away for 16 years. Oh, alright, okay, I'm coming back. You know, walk of shame back in the house. Oh, it's a weekly tradition. I was thinking, what's the difference between running away as a kid and running away as an adult? You know, as a kid, it's fun, it's playful, it's tradition, it's a pastime. Running away as an adult is just kind of like homelessness, giving up on life, abandonment. I think we should bring it back. I'm actually thinking I might run away. I wonder if I'd make it further than the driveway this time. You know, if they get to that plane, they got to put me in the middle. They go, "Oh, if you had to pay $20, you could have sat on the aisle right next to it." I might run away. Yeah, I might run away. It should be a thing, I think. But I guess, yeah, it's just being homeless, isn't it? I wish they did, you know, how they interview the homeless people. I wish that would be one. Usually it's, you know, drugs or something went bad, you know, I got fired, the recession. I wish someone just went, "Oh, I was just running away." It turns out, when you're 35, no one chases you. It was the weirdest thing. I actually went back to the parents' house. I said I'm running away. They didn't even open the door. It was weird. And I assumed they're going to follow me, but no, it's been 6 years. No contact. Yeah. Turns out, actually, I actually only learned last year, they'd moved. My parents had moved. Yeah, it wasn't even the right house. So, like, I'm pretty sure they would know, right? But no, it's just that's how, it's a funny world, isn't it? You got to do your research. Look, something that they should do research on as well, you know, is I don't know if they should do, who on which side of this should do the research, but oh my goodness. You know those videos where it's like just a fan, a stranger, a civilian, asking a celebrity, you know, something funny, something random, because that's the trend of comedy, that's the trend of entertainment, it's random videos. Oh, look, they were cracking an egg and out fell a chicken. That was a bit random. Oh, look, there's 47 quick cuts in a 7-second video. Random! You know, that makes entertainment nowadays. I do not see the entertainment value in these ones, though. There was like a big one a few weeks ago, right, when it was just like a fan, and I'm not talking, it's one thing, right, when it's a fan actually interviewing, you know, someone interviewing a celebrity, or, you know, they're actually stopping to talk to them for 5 minutes. When they're actually giving them attention, showing that, like, it's two humans, not like an animal and a human, right? Because that's usually what it sort of devolves into. I don't personally understand it. They're a human being, I'm a human being. it's, you know what I mean? It's not, actually, when I pass him, I just don't talk to him. But what's the point? Not that interesting. But you know, there was a big one with Saweetie, right? When she was just walking past the dude at like a basketball game, and this thing went viral because this fan, this guy, just asked her, "Hey, Saweetie, will you go on a date with me?" And I don't even think she answered. I'm pretty sure she just went, and just kept walking. That went viral. It was, oh, a fan asked Saweetie a question. I mean, I'm sitting there losing my mind going, oh, I mean, I obviously understand it because it's random. Like, oh my God, how brave that he asked this, a human asked another human while she was walking past for something, and you know the answer's going to be no, but I'm pretty sure she didn't even respond. And if she did, she just said no. Or even if she said sure, she still was just walking past. Like, I'm confused what the end result was there. If she goes yes, what happens there? Do you know what I mean? You've got a millionaire now walking past a dude with a phone, just asking her. Like, yeah, I don't understand that. I saw another one where it's like, oh, a kid asks a tennis player at a tennis. He yells out, will she marry him or something? And that's, this kid's like 14, by the way. He's not a kid. He's not 4. It's just like, oh, and I didn't even watch that because, you know, you already know the reaction. She's not, so it's like, what's the point? You know, it'd be like walking past Chris Rock and going, hey, as he's walking past, going, oh, how did it feel to be slapped? And then the whole thing would be, fan asked Chris Rock's question, wow, talking about the slapping. And Chris Rock, because he would just be walking past, would go, or if he goes, not good, or good, or like, it's like, what's the response here, people? What are we looking for? You know, it happens to me all the time. You know, it obviously is a sort of, I'd probably put myself on B-list right now. I'm not too cocky. I'm not too arrogant. So I'd say B-list celebrity. I get asked all the time. You know, well, sure, if you really look into it, it's often me asking people a question, going, hey, take a photo of me. And they're going, what? it's so fun. It's so funny. It's just like awkward. I don't know. People get nervous around me. I don't know. It's like, and that's a fact, because the other day when I went to the pub, the waitress sort of jumbled up her words, got flustered. And I can only imagine that was because she saw the Finprov shirt, she saw my friend's matching Finprov shirt, and went, oh my God, in the presence of a celebrity. I asked her if she wanted to take a photo. She said no, but it was, I think, you can only put that down to embarrassment. And not because of me, like because of who I am, but not like who I am, just who I am. Do you know what I mean? I think you understand. I think you understand. And what I'm trying to say, it's dumb. What do you gain from it? Absolutely nothing. But what would I know? Something that I don't understand as well, I saw, you know, oh my goodness. Fake freckle spray. I mean, beauty trends as a whole, I don't understand. Me personally, I'm not really a makeup proponent. I am a believer of do whatever makes you comfortable and happy. If you feel safe, you feel sexy, you feel confident, do whatever will make you feel that way. But me personally, I'm not a big proponent of makeup. Of course, like a little bit if you want, but especially the ones where they like shape their nose and stuff, I don't really. I mean, again, it's not my body, but I don't really. I'm not the biggest fan of that, right? I'm more of an all natural sort of person. Because I'm all natural, so, you know, it feels a little bit hypocritical, doesn't it? If I'm going to tell you to do stuff, but I'm not doing it. I mean, that's why I shave my legs, sort of, you know. I'm an ally. Show a little bit of, solidarity, I suppose. Anyway. Yeah, beauty trends. Don't understand. Fake freckle spray. That's a bit of a tongue... Why is saying tongue twister the tongue twister? That's a bit of a tongue twister. Fake freckle spray. It just looks like someone sharted on your face. Yes, not good. It looks like the porcelain pirate struck while you were sleeping. You woke up, didn't... You know, it's like a prank where they write stuff on their face, you know? Someone didn't use permo. They sharted right on there, and you sort of woke up and went, it's dried. I can work with this. It just looks so dumb. What's the point? What's about freckles? Like, freckles are just freckles. They're not really attractive or unattractive. Of course you can have unattractive, you know. Of course, but it's just freckles. At least when guys, tattoo teardrops in their eyes, they killed someone. So it's like that's sort of showing some meaning. What does having freckle spray mean? What do you gain from that? Oh, I now have a pigmentation on my skin. I now have a few brown dots on my skin and on my nose. Look how cute I am. Well, imagine going on a date with someone. You go, if you go on a date with someone, I don't. At least in my experience, I've never really been. I've never sort of had the thought of, wow, nice freckles. Go on a beach on a date, they say it wipes the makeup off. I don't see, you're looking at her in a bikini and you're going, you sort of look up and down and you're just going, she goes, oh, my eyes are a bit, and you go, I know. Getting distracted by them freckles. It's never been never been at the front of my mind. And then I don't know how I'd feel if I go, so when do you, so it's like confusing. When you wouldn't bring up that she's got freckles on her face, or he, of course, but, let's talk from my point of view. You wouldn't think, for example, Georgia, if Georgia if she had freckles on her face the first time, and she's got a few freckles, I think, it's never been something I've thought about, asked, questioned, never made her more attractive, less attractive. It's just freckles, right? Then if I found out she was spraying them on her face, let's say I go, oh, nice freckles. She goes, yeah, 1995. I go, what? Yeah, only 1995. And I go, no, what? No, I said nice freckles. Yeah, some guys are feet guys, some guys are ass guys. I'm a freckle guy. Nice freckle. And we got a couple of them close-up pics, huh? She goes, yeah, only 1995. And then she pulls out a bottle of spray and then sprays up my face, and I look in the mirror and I have freckles on my face. That'd probably be a deal breaker for me. Yeah. Most things are like smoking or, real like aggressive tattoos. Sort of things I'm not a big fan of. She's like a party girl. I'm not really into that. But I think freckle spray gets added to the list. I wouldn't know how to react. No. I'd probably go, I'd do what Saweetie does, I'd do what the celebrities do to the fans. I'd go, yeah. You hear my phone ring? Yeah. The avalanche in my backyard. Yeah, no, it's... I don't have kids, but I sort of just want to make sure maybe if the neighbor's kids get it. I'll be back, I'll be back. I gotta go. Sorry, I have to go shit my brains out. I'll be back, but it could be a while. Wouldn't know how to react. Something that I don't know how to react to either is, oh man. Now, grapes, love them, right? Who doesn't love a good grape? Now, of course, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Green over purple. We can all agree with that, right? Something on that topic? Like onions, right? Why? I really hate that purple onions. Onions, that are purple are called red onions. Why is it a red onion? It's not red. It's like, is the dress blue and black or gold and black? Is that sort of the scenario? Because to me, it's purple. It's not red. At most, you could say the outer layer is maroon. But when you take that layer off the skin, it's purple. It's not red. So why is it red onion? Oh, and then onions that are brown. Now, it's like half the time they're called brown onions, which makes sense because looking at it, it's brown. But a lot of people call it white onions. I'm sorry, it's not white. Now, on that one, at least you could say when you cut it open, it is white. But the outside's brown, so it's a brown onion. I don't get that. So thank God green and purple grapes are green and purple because they're green and purple. Remember when you're a kid, you ever find that you sort of match those colours together and that actually looks alright? But now as an adult, it's like, that's disgusting. I went through that phase. But imagine having... Oh, man. I think the best part about a grape, of course, is the ability to throw it in your mouth and catch it. The other day, actually, I should have filmed it. I've got to redo it. 10 at once, one after the other, in my mouth without swallowing it. It was brilliant. It was the best day of my life. Did anyone around me care? No. They went, why didn't you film it? I went, I just want to live and enjoy the moment. Is that okay with you? It's ridiculous. Anyway, the other best thing about a grape is when it doesn't have seeds in it. Who on God's green earth intentionally chooses to eat seeded grapes? Nothing worse than when you throw a grape in your mouth, you catch it, you feel like you hear it, you bite into it, and there's 47 tiny little grapes in there. It's disgusting, getting stuck in your teeth, getting stuck in your retainers. It's the worst feeling on earth. I'd rather get shot than have to eat a bag of seeded grapes. Shoot me. I don't want to live in a world where the only grapes are seeded. It's disgusting. And there's people out there that choose that. Why? Same goes with watermelon. Now, I think every watermelon you can have a few little seeds, and that's okay. But we had a few watermelons grow here, right? Disgusting. Not only were they more watery than piss, they were covered, infested in those big black seeds. Oh, it just ruins it. Ruins the entire experience for me. You're eating it for a bit of water, a bit of flavor, a bit of sweetness, not 14 black seeds. Feel like a goddamn... You smile after eating a seeded watermelon, you feel like a goddamn sunflower. That's exactly what you look like. You're going, oh, maybe I don't get birds. It actually makes me hate birds. I go, how do you eat this? You choose to eat this. What's wrong with you? Eat a worm. It's just... Please, let me know if you had the choice between seeded and seedless. Tell me if you would choose seeded. Just so I can never, ever, ever contact you again and block you from the show. Please. It's diabolical. It is diabolical. It's worse than murder. Disgusting. It's disgusting. But look, that... Actually, I was going to say that brings it to an end, but... I was going to save this, but I got to get off my chest. I've been thinking this thought, right, has been on my mind for months. Pretty much ever since I heard the song, right? And of course, I'm talking about Stay by Kid Laroi, alright? Huge song. Oh, I have it on my playlist. It's a huge song. It's good. It's a bit of a banger. Sort of you belt it out, right? But every time I listen to the lyrics, and this is sort of a common theme with a lot of songs, especially today's music, because it's all about, just catchy. You just have to have it sort of sound catchy, and it doesn't even matter what you say. You can honestly say anything. You could get away with murder, right? This bloke, he's only like, what is he, 17, 18? He's on it. He comes across as the most toxic person in the world. Now, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but Jesus Christ, I don't understand why we're glorifying the lyrics. I mean, I'm just sort of sitting there going, she needs to leave him. I mean, honey, you got to do what's best for you, and that's not being with him. Of course, he's got a bag, but I mean, let's put your self-respect first. I mean, look at these. The chorus, right? I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed even when I knew I never could. I know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay. Hey. Right there, you get a quick snapshot that he's a habitual liar. So he's not treating her with any respect. He's again lied about changing. And he knows that he never could. So he's intentionally manipulating this poor woman. He's admitting that he's not going to find anybody else as her. It sounds like manipulation, classic emotional torment 101. But he needs her to stay. So he's admitting that he can't do anything. Okay, and he's admitting, I tell you I'm going to do it. I'm never going to. It's on you to stay though. I need you. Some of the things. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still, alcoholic. I realize the time that I wasted here. And you go, okay, maybe he's changing. No, because he's going to do the same thing he told you he never would. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love, but he's never going to change. It's been difficult for me to trust. Okay, well, that explains it. That explains it. I think it might be difficult for her to trust you as well. And you know that I can't live without you, so baby, stay. Again, emotional manipulation. Emotional harassment. I mean, it's been on my mind a lot, all I could say is I wouldn't be staying if I was her. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing bigger than I just think maybe we should look into our lyrics a little bit more. That's all. I mean, honey, you've put yourself above the money, okay? Just sort of, It's not all comedy here. It's not all laughs here. We're trying to show a sort of a real side, the underbelly, okay, of the comedy scene. All right, that's disgraceful. That is absolutely disgraceful, okay? I'm not going to say it, but we're all thinking it. The bloke should go to prison, all right? It's not right. It's not on. And, babe, you got to put yourself first, all right? Look, I think that will bring us to the conclusion of another episode of the Finprov podcast. As always, if you enjoyed the show, if you wouldn't mind showing a little bit of love and a little bit of support through, again, if you're a YouTube consumer, a like, a comment, a big fat subscribe. If you're an audio-based listener, if you wouldn't mind following on whatever platform, hitting the notification bell, leaving a rating and or a review on the big two, Spotify and Apple. They both have that. I'm sure the other apps have their own form of that. If you've got deep pockets and a deeper heart, deep heart and a deeper pockets, if you wouldn't mind hitting up buymeacoffee.com/Finton Smith. Buy me a coffee, only $5, please. It would mean the world for me. Keep the lights on in here, because they are getting dimmer. And if you would want to be involved in the show, I mean, I showed my prowess at the riddles. Georgia showed hers. If you want the chance to show yours, get through the 4 stages of hell, fill out the contact form on my link tree available through my Instagram page. As always, I'm the host with the most, the man, chisel from stone, B-A-D-D, bad to the bone, signing off. It's Finton, delicious Aloysius Smith. Goodbye.